Welcome back, or welcome to a new video by me, Rainsword. Yes, that's how you pronounce it. It's not Rainsword or any of that stuff that people have told me it sounds like. Anyway, this is going to be best 25 or so gifts under 50 for the holidays. This is going to be in the tech category, so if you're not looking for that kind of stuff, then just go on to another video that you can find. But yeah, this is going to be the best 25 or so gifts under 50 in the tech category. Hope you enjoy. So the first category I'm going to be going over is headphones, and this is going to be in the wireless and wired section. Now when I say headphones, I as well mean earbuds. So, first of all, starting off with wireless headphones, you have the Wise headphones. Now these headphones are great. They don't come in under $50. I know it's not good starting off my under $50 list with something over $50, but they're $60 right now, and they're a great pair of headphones that you can find. They have their own EQ, they have their own app, and I've just generally trusted Wise products ever since the first camera that I got from them. Now, for the second wireless earbuds, you're going to be looking at the Tozo NC2s. Now these come in around $40 with the 20% off coupon, and I did a review on these on my channel, so if you haven't seen that yet, I'll leave the link up here, I believe. I'll leave it up here. These earbuds are great. They are pretty comparable to the AirPod Pros, which I as well have, as you can tell. In terms of sound quality, they're pretty comparable. Now, noise canceling, AirPods Pro obviously beat them. They don't even come close. But the noise canceling's still there, and it's pretty good. Now, for transparency mode, don't use the transparency mode on the Tozo NC2s. It's not very good. Now, those are my two wireless options. Now, what about wired? For those people who still have a headphone jack on their phone, or to have a headphone jack on anything these days. Honestly, I don't know why the headphone jack was ever even removed, but hey, for wired, I have these under $20. The KZZST, or for you British people out there, the KZZST. Now, these are a pair of IEMs, which is in-ear monitors, so they're meant for people who actually do music, but they have a very balanced sound. So pretty much, these are like some of the best sound quality you can get for the price. And they're under 50, let alone under 20. So yeah, they're a great pair. Now, moving on to the next category, speakers. First of all, you have the Amazon Echo Show 5. Now this is a smart speaker, as you can tell by the Echo name and Amazon. It's the Alexa, which is right back there. These have great speakers, and right now, with the Black Friday deals, they are under $50. And the speakers are very good. Now, don't get me wrong, they're no HomePod or any of that fancy things that are meant for speakers, but they also have a screen, and it's a smart device. So, like, can't really be complaining. Although, if you don't like Alexa, don't bother with these. Just find something else. Now, something else you can find is the Soleon R30. Now, the Soleon R30 is, again, $20. A lot of the things on this list are $20 because I purchased them myself, and I'm pretty cheap. Now, this soundbar is, of course, not going to be the best sound quality, but if you have a brother or sister or someone in your family who has a TV with no soundbar, trust me, this is going to be better than the TV speakers. Now, it's a USB-powered speaker with a headphone jack. So, you need to make sure that their TV has a headphone jack to be able to use this. Speaking of TV boxes. Now, on the Android TV side, if you like this, you can get the Mi Box S, which I as well have behind that soundbar back there. Now, the Mi Box S is a very powerful little box, but it's not the best bang for the buck. For that, you can go with the On Android TV streaming box. This is Walmart's variant pretty much. It has the same power as the Mi Box S, so honestly, just go with the On one. Now, I got the Mi Box S before I even knew of the On streaming device, so just go with that now. It's $30 in comparison to $50. It's the same, pretty much. On paper, they have the same amount of power, same pretty much everything. But if you want Google's specific software that they made themselves, for that you're gonna have to go with the Chromecast with Google TV. Now this is made by Google, according to the Chromecast name, and it's their specific software that they made specifically for this device. So, it's the best you're gonna get on the Android TV side. This is the one that I would personally recommend out of the last 3 options I gave. Now on the Roku side, which I personally believe to be better, which I would recommend over all of these other devices, just because of the fact that it has a wider app variety, you can go with the Roku Streaming Stick 4K. This came out this year. It's $30 right now with the Black Friday deal, and it's a great option. I mean, the UI is kind of clunky on Roku, but I just personally like Roku a lot better. I mean, they have their own free streaming stuff. It's just better in general for me. Now, what about for YouTube videos? If you want to make YouTube videos. Now, as I've said multiple times before, I am not an experienced YouTuber, as you can probably tell by the subscriber count, but I'd like to think that I know my way around tech a bit. So, the light that is behind the camera right now is the Neewer RGB video light. I know, very, very specific naming. Neewer was not very creative on this name, and yeah, it's amazing. It charges with USB-C. It is very, very bright. As you can tell, it's lighting up this whole scene. I mean, that's also because I have a window right there that is also lighting this up. But it's very bright. It's actually only at like 21% brightness right now. So, yeah, great. At 100% brightness, it'll last you an hour, according to Neewer's website. And it's pretty much just, in general, a great little YouTube light for starters. Now, the microphone that you are currently listening to is the Boya BY-M1. Now, it may not sound like it, but it's under $50. It also might, depends on how good your ears are. The only reason it sounds this good, I am using filters on it through OBS, but the filters were as well free. This mic is $20, and I have been using it on every single one of my YouTube videos except for my first one. So, now I'm going to give you a little test of the raw audio. Here you go. I'm not gonna lie, I forgot I said I was gonna do this, but yeah, this is the test of the Boya BY-M1 audio. I'm gonna get back to editing now. Moving on, if you have anyone in your family who is into filming, they might want an SD card or a micro SD card. This is a great little cheap option, stocking stuffer, any of that kind of thing. So you can get up to 256 gigs under $50 easily. I'd recommend just getting 64 gigs, which is like $10. So yeah, great easy option. Now finally, for the YouTube accessories, an external SSD is vital for the editing process. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't have one at first. I was using just a basic 1TB hard drive and it couldn't keep up. I edit with my iPad that I have sitting right here with the script and everything. And I got an external SSD for free, which I'll tell you about in a second. I got the external SSD for free, and it's been amazing. Now, the free SSD I got was from Micro Center. It's 256 gigabytes for free. And you can get a hard drive enclosure for like $10 on Amazon. So that's what I did. You could also put it in your computer if you want to. But again, I'm using my iPad for editing, so I needed to have it external. I'll leave the link to the free Micro Center SSD. So if you have a Micro Center anywhere near you, go pick this up. It's an easy option for free. It could be a stocking stuffer. It could be really anything. Moving on, gaming accessories. Now, the obvious option is a controller, PS5 or Xbox. I personally recommend Xbox as it is more universal, and you can pretty much use it on any device. It's an easy option, and still a bit over $50, but hey, this isn't a perfect review. Now, if you have any PC gamers in your life, they might want a mouse. I would recommend the PicTech RGB Honeycomb mouse, which I have sitting right here, but the Amazon page isn't available anymore. It's gone. I don't know what happened to it, but it's gone. So instead, I'll recommend the Dravo Falcon mouse, which has the same design in RGB. You can even get it in white if you want to. But yeah, I really wish the PicTech was still there because it's such a great option. It has a great sensor and it was 15 bucks. But for the Dravo Falcon, it's 35, I believe. Now for a keyboard, I'm going with the Iyasu. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's like Iyasu. I don't know. Now, my brother actually owns this keyboard, not me. I personally have the MotoSpeed CK61, which is a 60% profile keyboard. Don't get a 60% keyboard. Get at least a 65% with all the arrow keys. It is a nightmare to deal with. Unless you have the program Auto Hotkey, which is a really nice program that has let me do so much more with this keyboard than I would have been able to do without it. But I'd just recommend the Iyasu. I'm not going to keep on. I'm just going to call it the E. It's $20. It's under $20. And it's a mechanical keyboard. A real mechanical keyboard for under $20. Doesn't have RGB, but that doesn't really matter. There's a little RGB siding. I'll probably show up some B-roll right here. It has a little RGB siding. My brother personally has the brown switches. That's not the one I would recommend. There are blue, brown, and red is the one that I would personally recommend because red is just linear. If you like the tactile bump, I'd go with browns. Never go with blue. They are way too clicky. No matter what environment you're in, someone will be annoyed. You can hear those things from a mile away. Moving on from gaming accessories, chargers. Now, you might not want to admit it, but everyone has a charger in their life. At least one. At all times. So, cables and power bricks and even a power bank is a great option for gifts. Now, for cables and bricks, I would recommend Anker, because Anker makes some great products, best bang for the buck in my opinion, and they're high quality. I don't know how they do it, but you can pay 20 bucks for like 3 USB-C cables that are very high quality. Now for the power brick, again, I'd still recommend Anker, but you're going to want a 15 watt at least. Please don't get your cousin or aunt or uncle. Don't get any of them a 5 watt charger. 5 watts is painfully slow, so at least go with a 15 watt. Now, you can get a 5 watt wireless charger. Now, I never use my phone for wireless charging. It can go up to 15 watts of wireless charging, but I just recommend 5 watts because I don't like using my phone. It gets way too hot. The only thing I wireless charge is, again, my AirPods Pro, because it's just really nice to set them down, because it's the only thing that I have that still uses a freaking lightning port. Apple, please change this. And finally, in the charger section, I'm going to recommend a power bank. Now, you can go with pretty much any old power bank. I have a $10 one on Amazon that is also 10,000 milliamps, which can pretty much charge any iPhone like 3 or 4 times. 3 most likely. But the only downside with that one, it charges in micro USB. So now that's 3 different cables I have to charge with. That's again why I use the wireless charger for the AirPods. Now lightning is horrible, but micro USB is way worse. You have to get it the right way around. They break all the time. They're horrible cables. I just get one that has USB-C. I'll link mine and one with USB-C down in the description. After that, anyone who likes smart home devices. As you may be able to tell by all the RGB stuff in my background, I have a lot of smart home stuff in just my room. I counted it out the other day. I have 14 things in my room alone connected to Wi-Fi. Now, I disconnected like 4 of those because we've been having issues with our Wi-Fi being overloaded. So, yeah, don't go overload your Wi-Fi. It's really painful. Half the time my computer can't even connect to the Wi-Fi at this point. It's painful. But I'm still gonna recommend some devices. Now for smart plugs, TP-Link is my first option. Now it doesn't have HomeKit, which is pretty much the only downside. And it's also not in the Smart Life app. But they're fine. I mean, you can get like a 4-pack for like 25 bucks. So I'd just go with TP-Link. But Wemo is the best option for a HomeKit, at least in my opinion. That is also under $50. If you have a Costco membership, buy them at Costco, because you can buy them in bulk for a pretty cheap amount. But I'd still go with TP-Link, unless you need that HomeKit support. then go with the Wii. Now, another item that has now been deleted on Amazon, I do not know why, the Tekken bulbs that I have. The bulbs that I have over here, and one right there. They work great. They're 800 lumens, they're RGB, they have pretty vibrant colors, but they're not on Amazon. I don't know why companies keep on getting rid of stuff on Amazon, but hey, it's not up to me. So instead, I would recommend the Wise bulbs. I don't personally have these, but I've only heard great things about them. They're 1100 lumens, they have very bright colors. Literally every review I've seen, they look as good as Philips Hue, which is insane. And you can find these for $20 for a 2-pack. And then finally in the smart home section, light strips, I'd go with Govee. Another brand, another app, I know. I personally have stuck with Smart Life, but Govee light strips, especially the dream color ones, are so cool. You can change every individual RGB diode instead of changing the whole thing. They're not that bad. They're $25 for 16 feet, I believe. They're a great option. I'd just go with that, unless you want one account. Then just try and find Smart Life accessories, because personally Smart Life is the best. But, hey, can't have the best all in one app. Now the final category is just a few miscellaneous things. First of all, USB-C adapters. If you have any type of modern laptop, especially the newer MacBooks, not the new MacBook Pros obviously, they added ports, finally Apple. If you have just USB-C ports, or for example, my iPad, which has just one USB-C port, it's great to have USB-C adapters. Now, I personally have one that was made specifically for the iPad that has HDMI to USB-C, I believe actually, a USB-A, and a headphone jack. Now that's all for about $25. I'll throw that link up in the description as well. And yeah, it's just a great option for anyone who has USB-C devices in their life. Then next, this is kind of a cheap option, a phone case. Now, some people like to rock with their phone with no case, nothing. Personally, I can't do that because I am clumsy as... trying to think of an analogy. I'm as clumsy as a pineapple. Anyway, for any of those clumsy people in your life, a phone case is a perfect option for them. And then the final little tech item, that's not really a tech item, in this whole video, a phone stand. My computer just completely turned off. It's not really a tech item, but it's a phone stand. I mean, it's nice to just throw it on there at the end of the night, just fall asleep. Anyway, that's going to be it for this video. This was just a short little video I wanted to make, even though it's probably about 15 minutes. Just a video I wanted to make to give you a few of my best holiday gift ideas. I haven't made a video in about a month. But yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Hope you found some items that you can maybe get some of your cousins, family members for Christmas. See ya.